King of the Blues is bringing some of music's top performers to Memphis this week.
They're coming here for what could be called a blues summit.
And we got what we call a super summit, blues summit, getting it together. And it's going to be the time of my life. It's something I've waited since '49, hoping that this would happen.
Every big city, small town.
Let us in! Turning into ice cubes out here. Praise in for BB.
Played more concerts and club dates than any man has ever seen.
Thursday night is the night that we're gonna really have the big jam where everybody get together over to BB King Blues Club.
I'll get a chance to record with some of my favorite people and friends that I have never worked with.
But there's one thing you must know. I still got a long way to go.
It's gonna be one of the greatest things ever happened to this guy in my whole life.
He's the world's greatest blues guitar player, no doubt.
But we all gonna be working together. Together, man. Lucille's gonna have a ball.
And right here, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we'd like to bring him down front for his big blues summit. So how about it, Memphis, a nice warm welcome for the one and only, the King of the Blues, the exciting Mr. B.B. King!
I would describe it as a summit meeting. The call has been issued and the voices are coming. The great voices of blues are coming to pay homage to the greatest voice, B.B. King. And they come to honor him and to be part of a truly historic celebration that will be never again repeated. And it's a one-time beautiful celebration of the blues and the figure who's meant more to it than any other blues artist, B.B. King.
I was a superstar on the plantation. I was making $22.50 a week at that time on the plantation driving tractors, which was good for us as a tractor driver. But I would go to town in Enola, sit on the corner, take my guitar and just play. And people would come by and request tunes. Generally, people asked me to play gospel songs, would always compliment me highly, you know. Son, that was great, pat me on the head and shoulders. That was wonderful. Keep it up and you're going to be great one day. But they didn't tip. But people would ask me to play blues songs or bluesy type songs, always usually tip me. And so I'd sit there from maybe like 1:30 Saturday afternoon, 2 o'clock, and about 9 or 10 o'clock I'd be made $50 instead of the $22 that I made for the whole week. Now can you understand why I started singing blues?
Yes.
For sure. No, you can't take it with you, woman. That's one thing that's for sure. Ain't nothing in this world a T-bone shepherd won't cure. B.B. King.
sun. Oh, early in the morning, babe, I wake with the rising sun. It's my daily motto. The people all call it fun. I'm looking for better future. Forgetting all about the past. Well, I'm looking for better future, baby. Forgetting all about the past. I'm so glad, oh glad that trouble don't always last. I'm greedy, give me some more.
It was Beale Street and the blues that made Memphis. Now, Beale Street is known all over the world, but Memphis isn't.
I hitchhike here. Hitchhiked from Mississippi, from Indianola, Mississippi, my hometown. I hitchhiked to Memphis because I wanted to start the recording. People say when I got here I had money, but I didn't. I left home with $1.25. When I got here, I didn't have any. And that was the beginning of my starting to play blues, because hanging out on Beale Street, hearing all these great blues singers and people play, then that's when I really decided that I wanted to actually be a blues singer.
Memphis was the stop-off place. If you were in Mississippi, if you were in Alabama, you were in Arkansas.
For the blues, Beale Street is where those musicians fleeing oppression, seeking a better life, who were leaving the Mississippi Delta, fled. And it was a convergence of wealthy black business interests, of clubs. It was where a black could feel accepted and part of a larger world. And it was there that B.B. King found his first leg into the musical world.
Years ago, you sat at the microphone at this very radio station.
Yes, I did. That's many moons ago. I never forget the first day that I came to WDIA with my little guitar hanging over my back, and it was wet and raining, and Nat D. Williams, Professor Williams, was here at the time, and he saw me at the door, and he was the first one to welcome me inside, and that was the beginning of B.B. King.
B.B. was advertising a product. And every time he started singing about this product, I turned the radio off, because he sounds so bad. Sound awful. Said like, Pepticon sure is good.
Pepticon sure is good. You can get it anywhere in your neighborhood.
But he stepped away from it and stepped out there. And now we know him today as the world's greatest blues singer.
Now it is 3 o'clock in the morning.
That was my first hit record, 3 O'Clock Blues. The company at that time, one of the representatives called me and said, B, you got a hit. I said, I have a what? He said, you got a hit. I never knew what that meant at that time until he told me. He said, you mean you got a hit record? I said, I have? He said, yeah. I said, 3 O'Clock Blues is a hit record. That's Lowell Fulson tune, 3 O'Clock Blues.
Lord, and I can't be satisfied. I looked around me, people, and my baby, she can't be down. Look all around me. Hey, my baby, she can't be bound. bowl of rice.
I've been with him 19 years, and each concert is different. Where he does one tune one night, one way, he might change that tune around the next night, do the same tune, but change it around, just change the format of it. And I never get tired of listening. I stand in the rings all the time listening. You know, you would think not. Oh, you've been out here this many years, you still listen to me? Yeah, I listen to him. Because he has a story to tell. Yeah, and if you listen, you'll hear it.
You learn the soul, the feeling of it, that strength you put out, you know, like, nobody loves me but my mother. That's the idea. So you've stated your point there. A lot of people know that I can't play and sing at the same time, which is true. I usually play and then I try to sing. But I hear myself playing or singing. But do you know that playing by myself, I'm awful. If people had to hear me play by myself, nobody would ever buy a record. Because I'm awful, terrible. Yes, I am. Any guy that starts out playing by themselves usually are used to keeping their own time. A lot of the guys that used to play with me when I was here in Memphis, they said, man, we like you play, you know, you pay good and all that. I said, but God, you got to do something about that time, man. There's 12 bars. You change. You don't wait 12 bars before you make the first change. But the people liked it.
Yes.
Lord.
Yeah. I hear you, man.
Well, it ain't. Lord, ain't nobody's business.
No, it ain't.
If I do.
What we do.
I'm chasing. God, you look good.
Thank you, baby.
Lord. Lord.
Hey, go ahead.
Lord. Oh, baby.
I love it, baby.
Lord. Well, it ain't. Ain't nobody's business.
Ain't nobody got nothing to do with it.
If I do.
You know it too. You know
Sing
it
for
too.
me. Sing for me.
If one day we have ham and bacon,
Yeah, baby.
and the next day ain't nothing shaking.
Then it's all right. I'm shaking.
Oh, it ain't nobody's business, Miss Brown,
Yes, Lord.
what we do.
There's more going on than ham and bacon.
Yeah.
If I go to church on Sunday.
Yeah, all right.
And I decide to lay down with you all day Monday.
Make love all day Monday.
Yeah. Ain't nobody's business.
Ain't nobody got nothing to do with it.
If I do.
You said it. You said
Don't
it.
look at the nosy neighbors. They peeping every time I come in here.
They ain't got nothing to do with it.
Same comment.
If I should take a notion, Miss Brown, to walk all the way to the Gulf Coast and jump in, ain't no ocean down there.
That's right, but that's all right.
Oh, it ain't nobody's business what we do.
Yeah, baby, we got something to do. You better believe it. If my man, that's
me,
you.
that's me,
you.
baby. That's me.
You.
That's the one that wanna be, you know.
Says he ain't got no money. And I tell you here, I know you don't need it, but take all of mine.
Hey, I love that. I love it.
Cause it ain't.
Yeah, it ain't nobody's business.
Ain't nobody's business.
No, it ain't.
Lord, what we do.
You got it.
What we do.
Let's
You know
call,
I've been
let's
chasing
call him.
you a long time.
You're gonna
Call
catch
him.
me, baby. I'm gonna wait for you.
Slow
Let's do it.
down.
Lord, Lord, Lord.
Lord, Lord, Lord,
Lord,
Lord.
Lord, Lord,
Lord,
Lord.
Lord, 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 Lord.
Lord, Lord, Lord.
Lord, Lord, Lord.
You can just call him better than me.
Lord, Lord.
I think he hear you. Go
Ain't
ahead.
nobody's business what I do.
That's what I do. Don't touch me like that. I can't stand it. If I attend church all day Sunday
Baby, the truth will I
and
want.
come home,
Yeah,
we get it together all day Monday.
you know I'll be right there.
It
Well,
ain't nobody's business. Give me a tag.
ain't no business
What I do.
Miss Ruth Brown.
Blues music is a kind of music that's basic and it's good. And I don't think it's anybody in the world that at one time or another, which is the way blues started, haven't been blue about something. From what I was told, that the slaves were singing blues because a lot of times they felt that the masters was teaching them about gospel and church and God and all that, but still selling their families. And they was rebellious. And not only that, they also felt that it was a way of communicating. Like people used to holler, what they call blues hollers. I had an uncle, man, that could really do it. Let me see if I can do it. Hey, if I feel like this tomorrow, and you could hear my uncle for miles at night, I think I'm gonna make my getaway. Feel like this tomorrow, and would be no music with him, nothing, just him hollering. I think I'm gonna make my getaway.
There must have been a dozen communities within the Delta that had their own styles. And out of each of those little communities, figures like Robert Johnson and Charlie Patton and B.B. King emerged. In each generation, they were there singing. And so I asked B.B. once, why the Delta and the blues? And he said, well, it's like the ocean, and things that grew on the floor of the ocean. The blues were like that. They grew out of that rich cultural tradition that the black experience shaped in the Delta.
Where we lived, singing was like the great interest. There was the one something that you could look forward to during the weeknights. Like Monday night, we sing at your house. Wednesday night, we sing at somebody else's house. Friday night, then another. So 2-3 nights a week, the group would get a chance to sing. And then every Sunday at church was, you go or you better because your family made you do it, especially like moms. I listened to popular music. In fact, this is long before rock and roll, or rhythm and blues, as they call it. They used to call it, well, they used to call it what we are doing now. What I do, they call today blues. At that time, it was race music or rhythm and blues. Funny how things change, isn't it? I guess we finally lost the rhythm. The one song that I have played, I guess, every night except a few since I recorded it, The Thrill Is Gone. It's been a song that's really, I'd like to have another one though, but that one has been a song that's been good for me, and it's been good to me in many ways, many ways. When I first recorded that, we recorded it in New York, by the way, and it's about 2 in the morning, and we had been recording since about 8 that night. But when we got to The Thrill Is Gone, I remember we did it in B minor, and I remember it just started fooling off with it. This is when things get so good. We just started fooling around, and I remember the first run, and it started. And everybody fell in, man, with no rehearsal. About 2 hours later, about 5 in the morning, I get a call from Bill Simsick saying, B, he's excited now. B, I said, yeah. He said, man, The Thrill Is Gone, I think is it.
I said, well, I told you, Bill, it was a good record. He said, no, I don't mean that. He said, man, this could go. This could do it. Then he said, you know what? What would you think if we put strings on it? Nobody, as far as he knew, had ever put strings on a blues recording. That would make it a pop sound, I think is what he was thinking. And I went down there, man, and they were playing it with the tape, you know. You know how they had big, whole, full string orchestra. And I heard my lead off was... And man, all of a sudden, the strings started, and I'm looking... That's me. Because I had never been around a full string set before like that. And man, sure enough, that was the sound. Blues music is a basic music that is true. It's true in form. You get a chance to really know what people are like from listening to this kind of music. And it's American music. It's one thing that I think that we have, that we can share with the world.
The blues come out of despair and some of the most tragic times that the American South and our nation have known. And they sing about that and they chronicle it in a way that even if you don't speak English, you sense a kind of power and truth that the music brings. And I think as we approach the 21st century, that blues has finally been recognized for what it has been, which is the true great music that our nation has produced.
Well, I can't quit you, baby. I do believe I got to put you down for a while. Well, I can't quit you, baby. Ooh, I do believe I got to put you down for a while. Wow, you know I love you, baby. Ooh, you know you're my desire. Well, Memphis, you know I love you. And I'll do anything you tell me to. Wow! You know I love you. Shit.
He likes making people happy. And he likes to talk to people. So many of the entertainers don't take the time out to talk to the public. BB does, all the time. A lot of times we get in the place at 8 o'clock and we might leave till 2 or 3 o'clock after the show, you know, because he talks to people. They have a dressing room full of people. And that's one of the reasons I think that he likes being out here, is that he pleases someone. He makes somebody happy.
As I've gone around the world, I try to let them know the blues is a kind of music. The name is called blues, but it doesn't mean that you got to feel sad to hear it. And I try to portray both sides. And when I say both sides, I mean it this way. If I sing, I've got a sweet little angel, the lines go, I've got a sweet little angel. I love the... Wait a minute. Yeah, I do it better this way. Can you hear that? Okay. Got a sweet little angel. I love the way she spreads her wings. Got a sweet little angel. Love the way she spreads her wings. When she spread her wings around me, I get joy and everything. Well, I'm not blue at all. I'm not blue. I'm feeling good, happy. But if I sing, nobody loves me but my mother, and she could be jiving too. Now that's the negative side. Thank you. Well, what I'm trying to prove or show you is that when people say blues, they always think of the latter part, the negative side. But to us blues singers and a lot of the blues lovers, we don't just sing it or play it because we blue or want to get blue or trying not to be blue. We play it because we enjoy it. And that's what I do today. When I'm on the road, I play it and try to show that people call it blues, but it's a type of music that was started by black people because maybe they were suffering and sad.
You see, the music from the Delta is to me, is the foundation of all of it, because that's where it all started. Without the Delta, without the foundation of it all, we wouldn't have jazz, we wouldn't have nothing else.
Call it Stormy Monday, but Tuesday's just as bad. Well, they call it Stormy Monday, people, but Tuesday's just as bad. Wednesday's worse. Thursday is it's all so sad. The eagle flies on Friday. Saturday, Albert and I, we go out and play. We have a good time. The eagle flies on Friday. Saturday, we go out and play. Sunday, I go to the Sanctified Church, and I kneel down and pray. I say, Lord have mercy. mercy on me. I say, Lord, have mercy. Lord, have mercy on me. Please have mercy on me. I'm crazy about my baby. Lord, please, please, please send her back home to me. Take it, Albert.
Sunrise in the east, baby, yeah. It sets up in the west. I said the sunrise in the east, baby. And it sets up in the west. The boss man. It's hard to tell, it's hard to tell, it's hard to tell which one that I love best.
Mr. Albert Collins, ladies and gentlemen.
What I'd like to get over to all of the people is that I never believed that one had to be high on nothing but music. But man, I can get this here thing here. And love it. That's my high. I always wanted to be a musician. When I started playing blues, because I think it was something I could do better than anything else, but I still like to be known as a musician that plays the blues.
To sum it all up, he's a caring person. He cares about other people's feelings.
He was nice. I'd like to hear him sing the blues.
He left town, went to Beale Street in Memphis. And left Memphis and he got on up.
He just got a style of his own. And, it's a lot of people, try to imitate B.B. King, but I ain't never heard nobody that really imitate him like he does. So he got, in a class of his own for his playing the guitar, as where I'm concerned.
It's plain, it's simple, it says something. The guitar talks to you. He's really good.
He makes sure that before he leaves that concert, that somebody is smiling.
We're going to see a resurgence of blues among black artists, I think, and Beale Street and B.B.'s club and his personal presence there are a symbol of that change.
One more time, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Irma Thomas.
keeps me in state. Ain't that nice? You can have my husband. Please don't mess with my man. And all you women, won't you all understand? Now, when I was with my husband, he was really mean. Now with my man, treats me like a queen. You can have my husband, but please don't mess with my man. And all you women, won't you all understand? I'll play your blues, baby. Keeps me in state. Ain't that nice? You can have my husband. Please don't mess with my man. Then all you women, won't you all understand? Yeah, 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 yeah,
Miss Irma Thomas, ladies and gentlemen. I can't hear you, Memphis.
Well, I try to do something that a lot of the grandparents and parents don't do, I believe, today, and that is they forget what they did when they were young. And I like to think that all young people like to feel that there is something that they can participate in that's them, a part of them today. Like people beat up on rap music and all that. I don't agree with them. I think that the best of it is like rock and roll or like blues or rhythm and blues. It'll be around. The best of it because it's artistic work going on there. And it's their time. It's their time. They're making their marks today. Marks that a lot of us made back then. So I think that the music is good. I think it's good. And it will incorporate into better things as it goes on. I personally believe that. And so I've tried to keep an open mind to that. And to me, I believe that blues is like the laws of the land. They have to be always amended to the time.
I think it underscores what I would call genius in B.B. That's the ultimate test of an artist, the ability to change and to be open to change and to new ideas, from the most traditional country Delta blues to rap. B.B. has a sensitivity and an understanding that all of that is a voice of truth and of musical expression that he can relate to and incorporate in his own work.
Gonna call up some of my buddies, few of the ladies I know. Gonna rent a hall and get them all, put on one hell of a show. Make sure it's got a kitchen with an oven and a stove, and when I get in there cooking, throw open
B.B. King, I sort of like raised that boy, you know. He came to Memphis from a little town down in Mississippi called Indianola. And during that time, I was running an amateur night on Beale Street. And he would always be there, he and his raggedy guitar. And he played a different kind of guitar that I hadn't heard any other guitar player play the blues. Where you could line up a whole bunch of guitar players and all of them wouldn't play the same things. But B.B., it was just something about B.B. that stood out. And I'd get him on there as much as I could.
Going to Chicago, sorry that I can't take you. Well, I'm going to Chicago, sorry I can't take you. It ain't nothing in Chicago that a monkey band can do. When you see me coming, raise your window high.
I got it way up high, baby.
Yeah, when you see me coming, raise your window high.
Yeah.
When you see me leaving, wave your hand goodbye. Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Back to Chicago, sweet home Chicago.
What you say, where you going? Did you say sweet home Chicago?
Chicago.
Bring them on down to Memphis, it's all right. Yeah, one more for me. One more for me. We'll take a little taste.
Going to Kansas City.
Come on over here near me, Miss Bruce Brown.
Here I come.
Come on over here.
Going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. Got some crazy men there and I gotta get me one. Gonna be standing on the corner, 12th Street and Vine. Gonna be standing on the corner of 12th Street and Vine. With my Kansas City baby and a bottle of Kansas City wine. Well, you ain't good looking and you ain't nobody's dream. You ain't good looking and you ain't nobody's dream. Lord, but when you left me, I can't help but scream. You're no good man, you don't mean nobody no good. You no good man, don't mean nobody no good. I don't blame you, baby, but be the same way if I could.
Everywhere you see B.B., you immediately are struck by the heart of the man, the humanity that reaches out to people of all ages. And it's a very, I think, special quality that comes through in the music as well as his personality.
The blues is alright. Hey, hey, the blues is alright. Hey, hey, the blues is alright. Hey, hey, the blues is alright. Alright, 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 alright. Hey, hey, the blues is alright. Hey, hey, the blues is alright. Hey, hey.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, believe it or not, today I think Lucille and I could make it without being on the road every day. We could survive. But the music itself is something I love. So now when I play those 300 days a year, it's because I love to play. I love to take it to people that's an old saying that I used to hear a long time ago. If you can't take the mountain to Muhammad, you take Muhammad to the mountain. So I love to go to the mountain of people and take it to them.
You better not look down if you want to keep on flying. Put the hammer down, keep the full speed ahead. Better not look back, or you might just wind up crying. You can keep it moving if you don't look down. You better not look down if you want to keep on flying.
No, I love to play. That's the one thing about it. As I'm plagued with that, I guess I'm cursed with loving to play. I just love to play.